Let's talk a little bit about the season as a whole, just for a second. You're how old? Like 35 now? You're 29,
40,
right?
46.
You're what, 29 or 30? You haven't turned 30 yet.
Nope.
Okay.
I turned 30 on June 6th, so it's creeping up. I'm 29 years old. Although am not in the best shape of my life right now, that is only because I have dedicated less time as of the recent past to working out because the business has taken over, at least temporarily. I feel as though I have potential still to, if I put the right time in, to be physically at the top that I've ever been, which is what people have always told you, right? But as you get older, you get scared that that won't be the case. But I really think that these next 3 to 5 years, I can be at peak physical fitness. Also, at age 29, although we're still leveling up mentally and mindset and everything about the way that the computer of my brain operates, it is so much better than 25 years old. It is a million times better than 23 years old, and it is infinitely better than 21 years old or 19 years old when I first turned pro. I can't even describe how much better, smarter, more patient, more confident, every piece of that puzzle better than when I was a young kid. So it's just cool to prove a little bit to myself for sure, and also to prove to just the world, I suppose, that I can go fast again to a certain extent. Qualifying top 10, big accomplishment. Doing it multiple times, doing it 3 or 4 times. That's insane, actually, now that I think about it. To qualifying straight out of heat races. Again, not once, 2, 3, 4, 5 times qualifying straight out of heat races. That's insane if I think about it. Making every main event except for like 2. That's insane if I think about it. I wouldn't have thought that I would have accomplished all of those things this season. Am I capable of more? Yes, that's the exciting part, is I now have not just 80% confidence in that. I am 100% confident that following the 3-year plan that I've put together to get us through 2026 Supercross, I will be better than I've ever been, ever. Which is, I'm very, very grateful. It is the perfect, accidentally, it's the perfect trajectory of a career path for racing. You know, I didn't get I got burnt out, but I got burnt out early enough when I was like 18 years old. That put me through a few weird years of like just trying to figure out who I was and what I was doing, while also trying to figure out a plan B and an exit strategy from the sport, which then led into the creation, essentially accidentally, of AJ Catanzaro Moto X Academy, which has now transcended into one of the largest brands in motocross, the Moto Academy, to have 3 remaining years at least of my career racing to where I can be the best ever. We've talked about this multiple times, but it is clearer than ever. And I think at first it sounded like a weird, crazy AJ thing that I would say, like, yeah, sure, okay, cool. And then, you know, maybe as more recent, it's been like, okay, yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe we could get there. Now I think it's obvious that my career trajectory in Supercross could be doing this and ramping up to its peak here in the next 3 years, and the business will be doing it simultaneously. So that's the vision. So it's happening, and I'm grateful. And the consciousness of paying attention enough and being present enough to just be grateful throughout the whole thing and not be too wrapped up, because that's the hard part, is when you have a million things happening, it is easy to just kind of not be in the present. And I felt as though I've done a really good job of checking in and being present throughout this whole experience this year. And I've loved every second of it. Even the races that didn't go well, and I'm doing air quotes, like when you look back, and by the time you create this movie that will release from the year, it will create the perfect storyline. And I'm grateful for that. It's really, really, really cool. It's really cool. Are you raising your hand to have a question? Because your thing is on such a lag that if you're doing anything visually, I'm getting it 30 seconds after.
Okay, no, I just did that. No, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, the story has always been like, man, our team is so good and all this stuff. But it's like, where does this season fall in your mind as far as like just the overall umbrella of like, this was a good season? Like, it was fun.
This was the best season of my life, period. There's not even a question. This is the best season of my life. Yeah. 100%. Not result-wise, but just the combination and culmination of all of it. Team atmosphere, results, comfortability on the bike, fun level on the bike. Being present on race day and not being nervous, and instead of being nervous and stressed out and anxious all day on race day, taking it all in and enjoying every second of it. I did that more this year than I've ever done in my life. The way I went through a race day, and in fact, my energy level at the end of a race day, not necessarily physical exhaustion, but like the mental drain and the mental exhaustion was much less this year. Much less than it's ever been. And a lot of that was because maybe for the first few rounds, sure. But then something clicked and I figured it out. And I was getting through the days with amazing energy levels. Like I wouldn't be completely drained at the end of it. There wasn't a moment I can think of the last 3 or 4 rounds that I got nervous. Just felt confident and still and present and was having fun. Yeah, well, I mean, dude, I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. I know we have a million other exciting things that we have to do first, but I can't wait to race Supercross next year.
Isn't that crazy?
And we just finished the season.
I know. I thought we peaked last year. We made a main. I thought we, like.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm telling you, I have this crazy.
Dude, think about.
Crazy confidence and belief.
Think about the amount of training you're going to get in for next year. Just because you have to. Like, think about that for a second.
Yeah.
You're going to be training so much for next year.
Yeah, I'm going to own multiple motocross communities that I will be bouncing back and forth in between to manage, but simultaneously my management will be training and riding my dirt bike, which is perfect. So I'm going to put myself in a situation to where literally my management will be out there shadowing the instructors, sitting in on their lesson plans, and riding with the students. So I'll be getting my training in while, overseeing the entire operation. Dude, it's perfect. You couldn't have scripted the whole thing any better. I mean, I'm so lucky. And we think this season was awesome. If we keep this mindset and enjoy it, and everything that we did this year, it's just, and I'm going to be way faster. It's going to be even cooler, I would think.
Yeah. Crazy, huh? Good year.
Yeah.
Good year. And guys, we are going to do the team podcast.
If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, go download them. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, And I think that's it. Go download them there. Give them a listen. If you want to watch full episodes, which I tell you what, it's even better to do that. Go to club.themotoacademy.com because Moto Academy subscribers inside of the app have exclusive access to watch the entire episodes. And not only that, the subscribers actually can send in their questions to be answered on the podcast as well. Club.themotoacademy.com. Go subscribe.